Everyone believed he was praying for the future of our pack. Only I knew the truth. He wasn't kneeling before the moon goddess. He was kneeling before a hidden apartment where his beta Sophia hid every single night. Behind my back, they carried on their affair beneath the moon goddess's gaze, betraying the fated mate bond she had blessed. But that wasn't enough. They set their sights on my son. They plotted to replace my son with their illegitimate heir and steal his rightful place as the pack's future alpha. Week after giving birth, I couldn't confront them head-on, so I endured in silence, secretly setting up surveillance and gathering evidence, while I waited for the perfect moment. 1 year later, before the Elder Council, I ripped away their mask. I exposed their secret affair, the hidden apartment, and their plot to replace my son with their bastard child before the entire pack, bringing every one of their lies crashing down. My mate, Caden, the alpha of the Nightfall pack, might as well have been cursed by a witch. Last year, he personally commissioned a massive statue of the moon goddess and placed it in his study. He claimed it was for the pack's development, kneeling day and night to offer prayers and strictly forbidden me from going near it. After that, he never touched me again. I endured it for an entire year. Finally, at our son's first birthday celebration, I announced in front of everyone that I was breaking the fated mate bond with him. The entire room fell into instant dead silence, and all the pack members' eyes fixed on me. Caden's eyes turned bloodshot, and he gripped my neck tightly with his hand.
Leora, have you lost your mind? Since we married, I have never betrayed our fated vow. I have only prayed daily beside the moon goddess statue for the pack, and you want to break our fated bond in front of everyone?
Yes. My words hit like a match to dry kindling. Caden's fury ignited on the spot. Our 1-year-old son, startled by the force of his alpha aura, burst into frightened sobs. Caden's parents rushed to the baby's side, murmuring soft reassurances. Before Caden could even open his mouth, his personal assistant Sophia lunged forward, jabbing a finger in my direction.
Leora, do you have even a shred of decency left? Do you have any idea how lucky you are? You're a low-born Omega who somehow clawed her way to Luna of the Nightfall Pack. That is an honor women far above your station would kill for. And yet here you stand, throwing it all away, announcing in front of everyone that you want to break the mate bond! He spent every night by the moon goddess statue, praying for this pack, for his family. And instead of being grateful, you pull this stunt in front of every guest we invited. Do you have any respect for your alpha at all?
Caden's father, the former alpha of the Nightfall pack, turned on me, his voice a thunderclap.
You are the Luna of this pack, and you want to break your bond over something this trivial? Don't you ever forget what you are. An Omega. Your entire family has been living off the goodwill of the Nightfall pack for years.
The crowd around us turned its full condemning weight on me. My father shouldered his way to my side and grabbed me by the arm, hissing through clenched teeth.
Leora, stop this. The Alpha has treated you well. Everyone can see that. And yes, our family has benefited enormously because of your position as Luna. So why in the world are you pushing this to the point of breaking the mate bond?
Alpha, please don't take it personally. Aura's been on edge lately and acted without thinking. I hope you won't hold it against her.
Apologize to the Alpha. Right now, we put this behind us and it's done.
Every servant in the hall, every guest from the neighboring pats, all of them were watching me. I didn't budge.
Mom, Dad, I'm not confused. This bond needs to be broken. That's final.
Leora! I never thought you could be this ungrateful!
My father had worked himself into such a rage he was shaking. He raised his hand towards me. My mother seized his arm and wrenched it back. His voice broke, raw with pain.
Is this really what you want? To burn it all down? Without the Nightfall Pack's protection? Without your title as Luna, we are nothing! Why does it have to come to this? The Alpha prays at the Moon Goddess statue for the wellness of this pack. He has given you a life of wealth and privilege, a life that high-ranking female werewolves fight tooth and nail to have. And you throw it back in his face? You stand here and spit on everything the Nightfall Pack has given in your family?
Leora, you went from a nobody Omega to the Luna of this pack. And you're still not satisfied?
This isn't about satisfaction. Our mate bond ends today. That's all. You explain yourself right now! Do you have any idea what it means to break the fated mate bond without cause? What does that do to his reputation and to this pack? You're just a beta by the Alpha's side. What happens between an Alpha and his Luna is none of your business. Back off. Maybe it's not my business. But at least I know what shame is, and I know how to be grateful. You are a disgrace, Leora. A low, ungrateful disgrace. You're an embarrassment to every werewolf in this pack!
A month's worth of swallowed rage came surging up all at once. I turned and slapped her across the face. Sophia stumbled backward and went down hard on the carpet. She pressed a hand to her reddening cheek, staring up at me like she couldn't believe what had just happened. Then Caden moved.
Leora, you have a lot of nerve putting your hands on my beta for no reason.
The sight of me striking Sophia in front of everyone sent Caden's father into a full-blown fury.
I must have been out of my mind. My son loved you, so I put my own reservations aside and let an Omega become Luna of the Nightfall Pack.
Caden's mother had drifted to Sophia's side, murmuring over her like she was nursing a wounded animal. Her whole face crumpled into the picture of gracious suffering.
Please, Uncle, Aunt, don't be upset with Leola. It's my fault. I shouldn't have spoken out of turn and gotten her riled up like that. It's the little master's first birthday celebration today. A bit of grievance is nothing. Please don't let things escalate because of me and ruin the Alpha's mood on such a joyful day.
Caden's chest tightened at the sight of Sophia forcing herself to endure it. He gently stroked her back, his voice low and comforting.
Sophia, you've done nothing wrong. Don't blame yourself. She's the one who's crossed the line.
He then turned to me, his eyes blazing with fury.
Leora, did you think the fact that I've let things slide before gave you the right to act however you please? Rejecting me as your mate in the middle of our son's birthday party, right in front of everyone. Do you have any idea how insane that is? If you insist on severing your mate bond with the Alpha, don't tell me you've been secretly seeing someone else behind his back. Otherwise, how could you be so heartless? Choosing this most important occasion of all days to make a scene in public.
The accusation spread through the room like a lit fuse.
Of course! That explains everything. You've been sneaking around with someone else. Is this how little regard you have for the Nightfall Pack and the Alpha?
That was the spark Caden needed. His expression went deadly cold.
Leora, have you actually been betraying me? Betraying our family?
I listened to Sophia call him Alpha in that familiar silky tone. I watched the two of them play off each other. I was too tired to untangle it for anyone watching.
I haven't been seeing anyone. Don't go around making baseless accusations. This bond gets broken today.
Nothing you say is going to change that. That calm seemed to enrage Caden's father more than anything else I could have done.
Fine! Fine, have it your way! We'll bring in the Elder Council in 5 days to settle this properly!
My parents moved forward instinctively, some plea already forming, but one withering look from Caden's parents stopped them cold. I didn't wait. I turned towards the Moon Goddess statue and made my declaration to the room.
Moon Goddess above, I, Leora, hereby sever my fated mate bond with Caden. From this moment on, we are nothing to each other for the rest of our lives.
The pain came the second the words were out, a splitting, bone-deep agony that radiated from somewhere at my core. I set my jaw and walked out anyway.
Leora, when you and Caden first formed the mate bond, you were so happy. What happened to all of that? Our family's whole life changed because of your position. No one pushed us around anymore. No one looked down on us. How did it fall apart so completely in just 1 year?
His words hit somewhere I wasn't ready for. 2 tears slid free before I could stop them. I reached up and wiped them away.
Dad, whatever tenderness there was between us, it's been dead for a long time.
I didn't look back. I crossed the street to where Tessa, my closest friend and fellow packmate, was waiting, still and quiet at the curb. She'd been there for a while.
You know that even with proof, there's only so much you can do to an Alpha.
I'm not trying to make him pay. I just want to drag the truth into the light where everyone can see it and get back what's mine. I'm going to need your help at the Elder Council in 5 days.
I pulled out the voice recorder I always carried with me and played back what was on it. I listened over and over again to that conversation, every word chilling to the bone, hiding an earth-shattering conspiracy. I didn't want what was coming to land on Tessa too, so I had her drop me at an old house that had been sitting empty for years. My nerves had been wound so tight for so long that I didn't fall asleep until well past midnight. And even then, barely. The next day, just after noon, a furious pounding on the front door jolted me awake. I barely pulled it open before a flood of reporters shoved their way inside, cameras already rolling, backing me into the middle of the room.
Leora, may we ask why you would endure both physical and emotional pain just to break your fated mate bond with the Alpha of the Nightfall Pack?
There are rumors within the pack that you were unfaithful after giving birth and cheated on the Alpha. Are these claims true?
The entire scene from the party had been secretly recorded and handed over to the press overnight, and by morning, the story was everywhere. I didn't need to think very hard about who had done it. Sophia.
I don't have anything to explain. It's already a great honor for an Omega like her to become Luna of the Nightfall Pack. Now she's acting so cold and heartless. After taking all the benefits, she turns her back on them. She should be ashamed of what she's doing to the Alpha.
Look at her. She's obviously been cheating. She clearly thinks nothing of the Nightfall Pack anymore.
That poor baby. With a mother like her, he'll spend his life under scrutiny and judgment. The abuse was still crashing over me when my parents arrived, with Caden right behind them, wearing a mask of gentle, worried calm.
Leora, I'm sorry I wasn't here sooner. Are you all right? There's been a lot of noise and rumors outside. You shouldn't take it to heart.
Your mother and I were up all night! We could not figure out what possibly drove you to throw away your position and cut the bond with the Alpha! The entire internet is tearing you apart right now! The moment the Alpha saw what was being said about you, he came straight here before his own parents could even stop him. So finally, we decided to settle at least one question ourselves. We had a paternity test done. The child is the Alpha's. What is it you're actually missing?
Laura, you are not thinking straight. The entire internet is tearing you apart. How can you keep hurting someone who is...
Not one word of it moved me, and in front of everyone, I tore the papers clean in half.
Leora! How long are you going to keep this up? The Alpha has already done more than enough for you. Do you even understand what you'll lose if you throw everything away?
Whatever was left of Caden's carefully maintained concern went out like a light. I pressed my hand gently to my burning cheek and looked straight ahead.
We'll see how it all plays out at the Elder Council. 5 days.
Fine. You asked for this. I will make sure you regret every single thing you've done today.
Everyone out. You're not welcome here.
I forced the door shut and locked out the whole world. Then I settled in to wait. 5 days passed faster than I expected. On the day of the Elder Council hearing, I dressed myself with care and arrived with quiet composure. Caden was already seated at the center of the room, our sleeping son cradled in his arms, the picture of a devoted father. Sophia was pressed close at his side, watching me with hostility she didn't bother to hide. Our families filled the observer seats on either side. My parents looked exhausted and sick with worry. Caden's family sat stiffly, their faces cold and full of contempt.
Leora, please, go apologize to the Alpha right now. Make the first move. Your father looked into it, and the way things stand, this ruling is going to go against you. You could end up with nothing.
Leora, don't be stupid about this. The Alpha is a generous man. He's willing to forgive everything, out of respect of the bond you've shared. All you have to do is admit you were wrong and beg him for mercy. You keep your title as Luna. Your family keeps everything they have. It's not too late.
For the sake of that child having a real family, swallow your pride and ask for forgiveness while you still can. Push this any further, and I will personally see to it that you're expelled from the Nightfall Pack. You'll be a rogue! The evidence as presented supports these charges. Absent any compelling new evidence to the contrary, my ruling will require you to repay the full sum the Alpha has spent on you, along with additional compensation to the Nightfall Pack.
Agreement rippled through the observers.
The elder drew breath. In the half-second before he delivered the final verdict, Tessa rose to her feet. Her voice was clear and steady.
Elder, we have critical new evidence that directly contradicts the charges. We request permission to present it here, in full, right now.
The entire hall fell into a sudden silence the moment Sophie spoke, as if the very air had frozen. Sophie inserted the prepared USB drive into the player and opened the video file. The screens on both sides lit up instantly, revealing the massive statue of the Moon Goddess. Caden leaned against the Moon Goddess statue, his chest rising and down with heavy breaths. The camera caught the range of his body's twisting movements. A few minutes and his limbs quickened, grinding against the statue in a rhythm that left no room for interpretation. He reached out in a frantic grab for a tissue, looking flustered and suggestive. The solemn Elder Council chamber went absolutely silent.
What exactly does this video prove?
The observers murmured to one another, confused. On screen, Caden's face was flushed, sweat beading along his hairline. He came. Caden's parents dropped their eyes to the floor, too embarrassed to face the pack.
Leora! You put hidden cameras in our home? You surveilled me without my knowledge? Do you have any respect for your Alpha?
Oh, my Moon Goddess. What's wrong with the Alpha?
An Alpha like that has overwhelming instincts. Even prayers can't suppress them.
Adult alphas. Everyone knows. It's just biology.
Alpha, even now, are you still trying to hide the truth for Leora's sake? Elder, everyone, please! This is not what it looks like! The Alpha has done nothing shameful, nothing! He held himself back. Every single night. For Leora. When Leora gave birth, she suffered a severe hemorrhage. Her wolf spirit and body took serious damage. The doctor said she couldn't be intimate for at least 6 months. The Alpha watched his mate grow weak. It tore him apart, but his instincts don't just turn off. He found a way to manage it alone rather than put any pressure on her. He forbade Leora from going near the statue because he didn't want her to feel guilty.
Caden sat perfectly still, his expression unreadable. The story was airtight. My parents looked at me with shifting faces. Caden's parents lifted their heads, the shame gone. Every doubt in that room dwelt dissolved, replaced by pure contempt for me.
He slept beside that statue so his Alpha Orma wouldn't disturb Leora or the baby. Everything he did for her.
We misjudged him completely. A man like him could have any woman, yet he chose to suffer alone, enduring that every night just to protect her. That's real devotion.
Watching them act in perfect coordination, I felt nothing but cold indifference. The looks reserved for me said I wasn't fit to call myself Luna.
Leora, do you have anything to say in response to these charges?
The accusations washed over me and left no mark. I'd spent a full month holding my breath and holding my ground for exactly this moment.
Elder, I'd like to request permission to present the next piece of evidence.
Permission granted. Show us what you have.
Sophie tapped the screen. The footage shifted to nighttime. Cold moonlight filtered through the curtains and fell across the moon goddess statue in pale, broken lines. Then the base of the statue moved. A panel slid open, slow and deliberate.
There's a hidden compartment inside that thing?
Who puts a secret compartment in a moon goddess statue? What would you even use it for?
That space looks big. That's not for storage. What is that for at this hour?
The figure walked directly to where Caden was waiting, folded into his arms without hesitation. Next moment, the two of them were locked in an intimate embrace, kissing deeply. Different dates, different nights, the same routine over and over. The silence lasted about 3 seconds. Then the room detonated.
Moon goddess! So he was hiding someone in there! That's why he wouldn't let Libra anywhere near the statue! That's why he insisted on sleeping there! He was sneaking around with another woman the whole time! He turned a sacred statue into a meeting place for an affair? That is a desecration! We had it completely backwards. Leorla was the one being wrong this whole time. No wonder she fought so hard to break the bond. She must have known. This footage is fake! She fabricated it! Leora put this together herself to frame me!
The lighting is too dark. You can't make out anyone's face. Maybe that's Leora herself in the video. You've been trying to get out of this bond from the beginning, so you manufactured evidence.
She's right, we can't be sure.
The footage is too blurry. It could be anyone.
Is this all just a ploy to get out of her mating bond?
I caught it. A flicker of satisfaction crossing Caden's face, there and gone in an instant. Play the next clip. Let them see the truth in broad daylight. The screen cut to daylight. Harsh afternoon sun filled the living room from wall to wall. The compartment was still open, fully exposed. Next second, a woman stepped out, in full HD, in broad daylight. Her face was unmistakable. It was Sophia.
It's actually her! They were both in on it together! Absolutely shameless! Cheating and then twisting the truth to paint Leora as the heartless one!
Sophia pulled to the floor, the color gone from her completely.
If you hadn't been so reckless that you couldn't even keep your hands off each other in broad daylight, I never would have gotten footage this clear. You think you know someone? This beta has no shame! And that's the Alpha's fated mate she's been destroying?
The Alpha is actually like this? I really feel sorry for Liera.
No wonder she fought so hard to break the bond. Who could put up with a betrayal like that?
This statue was custom made. A craftsman was hired to hollow out the inside and build a concealed chamber inside, large enough to fit a full-grown adult woman.
A twist of a hidden latch, and the base panel slid open smoothly. A woman stepped in without difficulty. When the panel closed, there was nothing to see.
That is the first piece of hard evidence.
I gave Sophie a small nod. She kept the craftsman on the line.
Sir, do you remember the person who commissioned this statue?
Last autumn, a woman came to me personally. She specifically requested the hidden compartment. She paid double my rate to make sure I kept quiet about it.
Sir! Take a careful look at her. Is she the woman who came to him?
The craftsman studied her for a moment, then spoke without a trace of doubt.
That's her. She handled everything with me herself. I remember her clearly.
You're lying! Leora paid you to say that! You're making all of this up!
Now, standing in the wreckage of everything, he carried himself like an alpha.
Leora, I admit my mistake.
He walked towards me, and there was nothing in his expression that looked like guilt.
We put all of this behind us. Come home. You're still the one and only Luna of the Nightfall Pack. Everything I gave you and your family, none of it goes away. From today, Sophia is gone.
He assumed I was like everyone else, that I'd weigh the power and decide it was worth it.
You've got it wrong, Caden. I didn't come here to put you on trial, and I'm not here, Charity. I came for only one thing, to protect my child, and to walk away from you completely!
I was done looking at his hypocritical, arrogant face. I reached into my clothes, drew out the recorder I always carried, and pressed play. Static cracked through the speakers. Then Sophia's voice filled the room, clear, unhurried, and chillingly certain.
Alpha, just a few more days. Once the birthday celebration is over, we move. I've already bought off the nursery attendant. Both of them are newborns wrapped in blankets. They're nearly identical at that stage. We swap them while Leora is asleep. She would be too weak from the birth to notice a thing. No one will ever suspect.
Then Caden's voice, flat and deliberate, cut through the air.
Make sure there are no mistakes. Not a single one. Her son stays in my hands. She won't breathe a word.
When my child grows up as the Nightfall Pack's heir, Leora's worthless bastard gets shipped off to some dirt-poor pack. Then you and I form the mate bond properly, and the three of us live together rightfully.
Good. You've done well. Once it's done, I'll transfer half my shares to your name as a lifelong guarantee.
But what if Leora eventually notices something is off and starts to suspect?
Her wolf spirit is damaged, her instincts are blunted, she's in no condition to think clearly. Even if she suspects, she has no proof. Who would dare question my word? They'll just call it postpartum delusion.
The recording ended, but I could still hear those words echoing in my ears, each repetition cutting deeper than the last. My fingers went numb as I gripped the recorder. I lifted my head. My gaze moved past the crowd, past the pack members standing there with their mouths hanging open, past Caden's face, pale as a sheet of card, and finally, it landed on the child sleeping quietly in the corner. He knew nothing. He slept so peacefully, his tiny chest rising and falling gently with every breath. For a moment, my eyes burned with tears, but I bit the inside of my cheek and forced them back. I couldn't cry. I had waited an entire year for this moment. I needed them to see the truth. I was never the crazy postpartum Omega they accused me of being. I was a mother. My child was the life I had nearly died to bring into this world. He was the only thing that kept me going through countless nights when I sat there shaking, clutching that recorder in my hands. When I heard Sophia say in the recording that the two pups looked almost identically, she didn't know something. Every night, I counted my child's toes under the moonlight. I memorized the tiny birthmark behind his ear.
Even if they had truly switched him, I would have known. I would have recognized my own child at a glance, because he was my flesh and blood, torn from my own body.
I saw Sophie standing slightly behind me. Her shoulders were tense, but she quietly reached out and brushed her fingers against mine. I knew what she was telling me. You did it. Caden's father was still frozen in place, his cane hanging in midair as if he had forgot he was about to strike someone. Caden's mother had already collapsed into her seat, but no one moved to help her. Every person's eyes were fixed Caden and Sophia, sharp and unforgiving. For a moment, I saw Caden's lips move. He looked like he wanted to say something, but all that came out was a dry, broken sound, as if someone had her hand around his throat. For the first time, I suddenly felt so tired. Not physically, it was the weight of an entire year. Every time I stood in front of the mirror and told myself, just hold on a little longer. All of it came crashing down at once, making my shoulders feel impossibly heavy. But I couldn't fall. My child was still waiting for me to take him home. I took a deep breath, slipped the recorder back into my pocket, then slowly turned towards the elder. I waited for him to break the silence, because I knew that from this moment on, everything would finally be decided. For a moment, the entire Elder Council felt like all the air had been sucked out of the room. No one spoke, no one moved, even breathing seemed to have stopped.
You disgrace! As it went so far as to switch your own son for your personal desires! That was the heir of the Nightfall Pack! You have failed me utterly!
Caden's mother went pale and collapsed. The pack members nearby rushed to catch her. The observers had gone to whispers, every voice low with disbelief and contempt.
Order! Everyone! Order!
Elder, everyone here. When I broke the bond, it wasn't a tantrum, it wasn't another man. The moment I overwhelmed them planning to my child, I was terrified every single day. I was physically helpless then. If I had exposed them on the spot, they would have moved up their timeline and done something to my baby. I endured it for a full year, putting every piece into place, just to keep my child safe and blow this open today, in front of everyone. I'm not asking for the Alpha to be punished. I'm asking for what belongs to me. Full custody of my child. And the Alpha is to be permanently barred from all contact.
Leora, I can let go of the damage you've done. All I want is for you and our son to stay. You'll still be my Luna. Wealth and status. Everything you had before, you keep. Just don't leave me.
I don't want any of it. You're the Alpha, no one here can put you on trial. But I can walk away from you. I can end this myself. And that is exactly what I choose.
The cracks finally appeared on Caden's face. It wasn't shame that filled his eyes. It was fear. His lips trembled.
Leora, I can explain.
Explain what? You don't owe anyone an explanation. There is only one thing you need to know. From this day forward, my child and I have nothing to do with you anymore. Don't even think about coming near my child again.
The entire hall fell silent. I saw my mother cover her mouth, tears streaming down her face uncontrollably. My father lowered his head. The hand that had struck me was clenched into a tight fist, his shoulders trembling slightly. The elder and the other two elders exchanged quiet words for a moment, their expressions heavy. One of them let out a sigh and shook his head.
The Nightfall Pack has lost all its honor today.
Another looked at Karen, his eyes filled with disappointment and coldness.
Alpha, according to the pack rules, your immunity remains unchanged. But what you've done has disappointed us deeply. Once you lose the hearts of your people, how long you can hold on this position is something only you know.
Caden went completely still. He finally understood. The pack laws had protected him, but his own people had abandoned him. The same pack members who once bowed before him now looked at him with nothing but contempt and disgust. The Elder Council delivered its ruling that same day, and it came down the way I had asked. Caden, as Alpha of the Nightfall Pack, was exempt from pack law by the terms of the pack charter. His position held, no one could remove him on those grounds as alone. and for the time being, no one did. But the facts were the facts. Full custody and guardianship of our son were awarded to me. The verdict had barely been read, and the elder's gavel had not yet fully fallen, when Caden suddenly lifted his head at that very moment. The brief dome in his eyes was quickly replaced by an early smartishing refusal to accept defeat.
I don't accept this!
He rasped, cutting off the elder's departure, his voice torn as if ripped straight from his chest.
She fabricated the evidence! Those videos and recordings are all forgeries! I am an alpha, and I demand a retrial! Call a full pack assembly!
The entire hall was stunned, and even his father looked at him in undisbelief. Caden panted hardly, his gaze sweeping over every pack member present like a cornered beast.
You believe the lies of an Omega, yet you won't give your own Alpha a chance to defend himself? She schemed for a whole year. She planned this all along. This is nothing but a conspiracy against me.
His words struck like hammer blows. He clung to every detail and even pointed at Sophia on the spot, calling her my accomplice. He vowed to appeal to the higher council and restart the entire ruling process. A few elders looked hesitant, exchanging low murmurs. I knew that the lingering authority of an alpha still held weight. If he truly pushed it to the higher council, my child could be temporarily detained. In that instant, my heart sank like a stone, but I refused to let even a flicker of panic show on my face. I slowly handed my child into my mother's arms. Then I pulled a brown paper envelope from my old satchel and drew out its contents in front of everyone. It was a bank statement and several pieces of correspondence.
Caden, did you really think that after you pushed me to this point, I would come with only one recording?
My voice was not loud, but each word landed with such clarity that they might as well have been nailed into the ground.
This statement clearly shows that over the past year, through Sophia's private account, you transferred a total of 300 gold coins to a senior revive of the Blackrock Pack. The emails detailed the transaction. You sold them the Nightfall Pack's border defense maps in exchange for their support on private family matters.
The hall erupted once more.
Treason! The Alpha actually colluded the enemy! He traded the entire pack's safety for his own selfish desires.
Caden's face went completely ashen.
The reason you kept me away from the statue wasn't just because of the affair. It was because those maps were hidden in the sea cartman's inner layer. Did you think I didn't know?
He had no strength left to argue. In the corner, Sophia suddenly let out a shriek, piercing laugh, shaking all over.
Look at you now! Weren't you the who told me to take all the blame? You were the one who handed me those maps, told me to sell them! Your Alpha has long wanted to abandon this entire pack. All he ever wanted was to run away with his bastard son. All that talk about pack development, it was all bullshit.
The elders' faces were grim as iron. They announced that Kanan had lost his alpha title, his property, and pack membership. He was to be immediately exiled. I stood amid the surging tide of curses, watching that once lofty man dragged out. He looked back one last time. There was pleading in that look, and resentment, and venom, but not a shred of genuine remorse.
Leora, could you let me look the child just one more time? Just once?
I did not look back. I held my child a little tighter. I gave him nothing but a silent, straight-backed silhouette. Sophia was another matter entirely. As a beta, she had no protected status, and the charges against her were severe. She was expelled from the Nightfall Pack permanently and without appeal. Caden's parents were utterly ashamed. They shut themselves away, enduring the scorn of the entire pack. As for Sophia, her ending was far worse than Caden's. The council also found she'd been stealing confidential information and selling it to the rival Shadow and Pack. She was cast out as a rogue, saddled with debt she'd never repay. Caden had won the legal battle, but he had lost everything that actually mattered. He had lost his child. He had lost the loyalty of his people. And in the end, the council stripped him of the alpha title. Caden finally understood what it felt like to have no one left. He sent letters, handwritten, one after another, every word of them repentance. I put every one of them in the fire. Some things don't get erased by an apology. They just don't. When the storm had passed, I took my son and moved to a new city. My parents came with us. They poured themselves into caring for him, making up for every moment I'd had to endure alone. From then on, there were no more dirty schemes, only a child's laughter. Every single day, I watched my son grow up, and sometimes I'd find myself back in dark months. We need to make sure they never find out. Swap the babies. The moment I heard the plan to swap my baby, the bottom dropping out of everything, standing at the party and playing the role of the cold Luna while the entire pack cursed me for it. But then I'd look at the boy in my arms, healthy and safe, and I'd know every bit of it was worth it. Sunlight came through the window. My son laughed out loud, and his laughter rang clear and bright. Don't be afraid. Mommy will always keep you safe. I built a quiet life around him, steady in our own. The people who tried to take everything from us faded out of our lives. All I wanted now was simple. I hoped my son would grow up safe and carefree, each year better than the last.